Yo, what is up, guys? Today's episode is about modern relationships. Modern relationship, gonna be modern relationship. Like,
Just why have one when you can have 10? Am I right? Wait, are you gonna introduce me?
I have my boy Ari here. I got my girl Emily right here. We got
Joaquin.
I got my boy Damien right here. Scott right here. Jack. I got my girl Quinn.
Man, what?
So, just based off like the general thing, modern relationships. What does that mean to you?
2021 relationships. I mean, probably like a lot of not like healthy relationships, honestly. I feel like it's turned a lot from just like good human interaction and kind of turned a lot into your relationship with someone like through text and through Instagram, through Snapchat, and yeah, I feel like it's kind of moving away from what it should be.
It's definitely a drastic difference from what it used to be. I
Mhm.
feel like relationships now are more focused on what people have to offer to the other person than the people themselves and who they are. In today's modern relationships, it's definitely more about like looks, like the way you dress, stuff like that. Just like more about stuff that doesn't have to do with who you are as a person than to do with who you are as a person.
Hookups.
Like hookups?
Yeah,
So, like-
hookups are like not real love.
Not real love.
No, not at all.
Why does that come to your mind when you like think of like modern? I feel like
Because I feel like no one wants a relationship anymore. It's
Really?
not like, oh, like I'm really looking for a boyfriend. It's like, oh, I'm looking
Yeah.
for someone to hook up with.
yeah, it doesn't seem like the classic like trying to get married.
No.
like-
It's not like looking for like a significant other. It's like looking for like another one. You know
another
what I
one.
mean?
Yeah.
Like someone to add.
I think I've seen some change where like the appeal of having like multiple people, like what is that called?
Polyamorous.
Yeah, like a polyamorous relationship, like I feel like has become way more popular and like a bunch more people like really mess with that, and like people have been getting like way more interested into that, and I think it's cool and like fine, just as long as it's like fully discussed between all the partners like prior to it. Say like one person's under the impression that it's like completely just like exclusive, like them two in a relationship, and then one person's out like hooking up or like dating or talking to like a bunch of other people, and they're like, nah, like it's polyamorous, and they're like, oh, we didn't have that discussion.
Yeah. So it's gotta be
people
on
can
like
get their heart broken. You
for
feel
sure. Yeah, and it's gotta be like equally discussed and all that.
definitely.
See, modern relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I think that modern relationships are too focused on, because of social media
Mm-hmm.
and because of like a hyper focus on other people's perceptions.
Mm-hmm.
I think modern relationships are too focused on labels, which takes away from the actual relationship. Because there are people who will seek out relationships because they don't want to be single, because it's also looked down upon to be single.
Mm-hmm.
And in like from everything for the past like 100 years, like I mean in history, like pretty much all of Western history, it's been a thing, but like even more prominent now. It's so like in movies and everything, it's established that like your goal in life should be to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just disagree with that, because I think that there are plenty of people who can be like perfectly happy in life without ever getting married, or without ever like you can like live by yourself your whole life and have like a great fulfilling life.
I think that modern relationships have a lot to do with technology. Obviously, modern. So.
Talking about like social media.
Yeah,
and all
social
that.
media. A lot of people meet on social media: Tinder,
Mhm.
Bumble, all the dating apps.
Yeah, didn't you like?
Instagram, in my situation.
Yeah, you met your boyfriend on
Instagram. Yeah, I slid in the DMs.
So how'd
and
that
it worked
happen?
out.
Like how? Give me a little process of like how it's different like over social media rather than like the classic like meet someone at a bar, a party.
Well, when you
friends.
see someone on social media, all you get is their picture.
Mm-hmm. So how
And
they
you have to
present
kind of, like,
themselves. Yeah.
Catch a vibe from like
Mhm.
how they present themselves exactly, but that might not be the same when you meet them
Mhm.
versus when you meet someone, you kind of instantly get a sense of their
Of
personality.
course, yeah.
That adds an interesting element also to modern
Mhm.
relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, depends. Like based off of relationships I've been in versus relationships that others are. I feel like
there's
You could talk about
definitely
all of them
there's
if you
definitely
will.
a wide there's definitely a spectrum now.
Mhm.
Before, a relationship was you're with one person, you were committed to them, and that's just sort of how it went. Whereas now you can be in an open relationship, you can be in a very committed, very loving relationship, you can be in friends with benefits, which is a relationship. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I feel like there's definitely like a wide variety of relationships. I feel like a relationship is there's no one right relationship.
So how do you like think they've changed overall? Like we talked about like what they are now, but like the big changes, like what do you think's happened?
I want to say maybe like social media and like all the dating apps and everything.
Yeah, because there's so much opportunity. and
So much
variety.
opportunity,
like,
yeah.
You have so many people to talk to, like so many options.
Yeah.
Like all of that.
And you just, why have one when you can have 10? Am I right?
Of
Like,
course.
Of course.
You know, this is the message we're trying to spread here.
Why have one when you can have
have
10?
10? Like
Yeah, you don't
situations
even
like
have to
that.
be dating, have any.
But you can still have a relationship.
But
which
you
is
have a-
crazy.
You can have a relationship.
Isn't
Like
that-
you can be friends, but make out and stuff.
Do a little.
Do a little-
more. Do a little
do a
more.
little more.
And I think that does happen. Like I think that does like on social media, like there's always trends of like guys being like, yo, like it's my time, like it's my
Yeah,
time to
yeah.
date these people, like I've been hurt too many times. And I
Mhm.
think that like definitely is a product of just like instant access, and like so many people have the opportunity to like text your girl or like text your like man if you're the girl, like
yeah.
like it's just like endless opportunity for contact from like outside people. And like if the like I hate to say it, but like if the right person hits up your girl, or if the right person hits up like your guy, like they
Stuff
might
change.
fold.
Yeah,
They might
yeah,
fold. Like
yeah,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
Like there's really no like other way around that, unfortunately.
There's now like people like taking breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like if all like girls weekend or guys weekend, like you can do whatever, you can do what you want. Like
yeah.
definitely a lot more of an openness with at least the kind of relationship that I've been and the people I surround myself with,
Mhm.
where it's like you can like have another girl or guy in your relationship and like doesn't mean they're part of your relationship, but like that can happen and that can be okay. Or
Mhm.
there can be like those breaks, I'm saying, like
For
there
sure.
can be like a lot more of an openness. And I feel like also now, like at least in the relationships I've been in, like brutally open.
I think a lot of it has to do with the shift away from religion of being the main idea of the people. And nowadays a lot of people have different ideas and different ways of viewing life. And the traditional, oh, you're married, like you're married, you don't have sex before marriage, then you get married and you have your kids or whatever, and you have your house, that comes from religion and mostly Christianity. And so I think the shift from that, from religion being like the number one thing on people's minds in the populace, is part of that.
So, how do you act in your own relationships, like in your own life, like personal stuff? We talked about the general sense, but like we need to hear about you, like, yeah.
Like I'm more of like someone, like if I find somebody I really like or really want to be with, like I'll want to be with just them. Like don't get me wrong, like I'll talk to multiple people at like one time, or like but like nothing ever really that serious.
But you like you enjoy like.
No, I definitely enjoy like texting, FaceTiming, like just like forming relationships with multiple people. But when it comes to like more serious like talks of like dating or being like exclusive, like it's really important to me like that the person is loyal and like true to me.
In a relationship, obviously, loyalty, trust, good communication, especially in my situation, that's
Yeah.
really important since
Seems
we're
like you gotta
always
maintain a good.
communicating.
Mhm.
Yeah, thoughtfulness is really important to me, just
Mhm.
that like the person is listening to what I say.
Yeah, and
like,
actually
puts
like cares about
thought
you.
to things
Yeah,
I do
for
with
sure.
like me in mind, you know.
That's why I was saying I love you on the first, like in the first week is a red flag, because I know that it's not gonna work out.
But who
Because-
says that? Like I've never experienced
Really?
someone saying I love you.
I
in the
have,
first
bro.
week.
It's weird. I'm like, no, you don't. And if you do, you're weird.
You're
like,
weird. Mm-hmm.
Like a girl, I also had a girl say like, I could see myself falling in love with you, and I was like, don't tell me that, bro. like, that's weird. You're making it weird for no reason.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's why every time I'm talking to someone I establish, I'm like, I'm not gonna want a relationship. And they're like, oh, but like, what if you do? And I'm like, I'm not going to. Like, I know
So
myself.
you're not even
better than
open
you.
to the idea?
No.
How do you see progressing time? So like, do you think we're just gonna keep moving in the same direction, where it just becomes more and more open?
Maybe for like the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little bit down the road, you know, like
And it definitely differs in what areas you're into. Like
Of-
if you're in like a metropolitan city, like
of course, just like more people, more talking, like more interactions.
Or like Los Angeles, or
Of
like
course,
someplace
of
like
course.
that.
Like and then this all being said, like there's always like that finite, like true love, like true people that are like loyal to each other, love each
Yeah.
other. And I don't think that will ever change, because like that's just like human nature.
I think it'll keep going in the direction it's going until something happens. You know,
Something.
I mean,
What's gotta happen?
I
for
don't
that?
know, man. But I mean, I think that's just like how history works. You know, like history repeats itself. Like we're gonna keep going in this direction, and then I don't know if it's gonna be some event, but it's just gonna keep restarting, and then we're gonna go back to kind of where we came from, and then we're gonna end up here again.
I mean, I think like overall, as far as like the general population, I think that will definitely move further away from like the typical like marriage scenario. The world's in a time of change right now, and so I feel like a lot of normalized ideals will change as well.
All right, sorry guys. The second half of our recording kind of got messed up. But basically, to sum it up, we're moving towards a more open relationship society. And I think it's all for the better. As long as people are just having fun, not hurting anyone, being respectful, they should not be judged on what they do. And I'm excited to see how things turned out. This is the Luca Show, and this was Modern Relationships.